Hi, family. So here's just a quick update for the morning. It is the 12th. It is 10:44 a.m. right now, and I'm over at the Victoria General Hospital. I'll give you the tour of where I am right now. I'm in here. I have a lovely window right beside me. So out the window, you can see the mountains over there in the background across the ocean. I'm on the blue ward in 5B South. Um, I do have the TV to listen to if I want to listen to sports. I don't know who chose that channel. And we are in the area that is acute medicine. So Arta is just down that hallway in 5B acute medicine in room 514. And I'm hanging out here in the hall. I've got uh, some apples and some oranges and some Diet Coke and a few things I threw in my knapsack this morning. So Arta was transferred. So let's see, we got a call this morning from Arta at 8. We knew that they were planning to move her between 8 and 10. So since visiting hours usually start at 8, it didn't seem really worth going over. But I think it was a rough night for Arta, and she wanted to have someone to talk to. So she had been up since 1 in the morning, Mary reported. So she just wanted people to talk to her. So this morning, Richard and Mary just kept the phone going, telling her stories about reading The Hobbit to the children. Mary gave a very long, extended story about trying to figure out what is the name of the bird in the backyard. So Arta got to hear lots of bird stories. Steve arranged to go over to take Duncan to his dentist appointment this morning, liberating me. So I just booked it back over to the hospital to see if I could just get in and continue the storytelling on that time until such a time as the ambulance, until they moved her. Um, so I got to hear the end of Mary's bird stories, which was really fun. So I spent the first little while with Arta just continuing the storytelling. This morning I had thought, oh no, I have COVID, my throat hurts. And then I realized, no, there's a lot of talking involved in this care. And it's just like I feel after I've taught 2 lectures in one day, just talking, talking, talking. But it was really fun listening to Mary and Richard doing the storytelling, because as Arta just wants to listen mostly at this point. So again, they weren't sure what time they would move her, whether it would be 10, it got pushed forward, brought back, pushed forward, brought back. And but the assumption this morning is that they would not keep her overnight here at Vic General, but would just return her right to palliative care after the procedure. So at 9:30 or something, the plans bumped again, and the people were there to move her. So when the 2 guys were in the room and they'd said something like, "Are you her support person?" and I said yes, they said, "Well, then you could come if you want." So I grabbed everything and bundled myself up, and I rode in the back of the minivan with them over here to the hospital and up to 514. So I would like to still be in there, but it feels a bit more like they're on a surgical ward in there. So I agreed that I could stay out here in this little blue waiting room till who knows. So I did consider just driving over with my car so I'd have some freedom with it, but um, I think it was better to ride in the ambulance. So got to hold Arta's hand through the transport over here and just talk through all the streets we were driving down. So that she said she wanted that, so that's what we did. Um, Other little stories. Well, one of the great stories of this morning was when I got there after Mary was off the phone. Arta said to me, um, I'm feeling really grumpy today. I think I'm the grumpiest I've ever felt in my life. So I'll do that again. This is the grumpiest I've ever felt in my life. So I did tell her that I thought we maybe would need a new grumpy scale to put alongside the pain scale because for me, if it was the grumpiest I felt in my life, I think I could generate a little bit more emotion than this is the grumpiest I've felt in my life. So I don't want to be the bad daughter, but I did indicate to her that her capacity to be grumpy paralleled really only her history 200 results. So when it comes to massive grump, she might need a supplemental exam. So anyways, here we are. I'm well set up with treats and snacks, and who knows if I have no idea still, to be honest with you, if in 2 hours they'll come out here and again tell me to go back and I can hop in the minivan with those guys and take the trip back to RJH, or if they'll decide to keep her here for 2 nights, which was one of the other options that was being floated at some point. And I'm very comfortable that between the group of us here, we got plenty of cars. And so if it turns out that she is staying and I'm not allowed to stay, so if she's staying and they put her into a room, I will argue for me staying in the room once she's out of the surgical bit. And otherwise, we'll figure something out. So I'm totally intrigued to see what my form of transportation will be and who I will be driving with or where I will be staying. Um, I think I feel pretty comfortable this morning that we have the best possible team around her to see whether or not we can eke or exact a little bit more time. We have like a most fantastic mother, other than her like incapacities on the grumpy front, really needs some development there. But it's such a joy and a pleasure to have any of these little moments with her. She does love listening to stories. So if any of you feel like just taking the Zoom yourself or your phone and just telling some stories or phoning her and just telling her things, she really likes hearing it, even if she fades in and out. It's just pleasurable. And yeah, we'll see if we can't exact a little bit more of those precious hours of time to spend with her. But everyone should remember or might remember that she is being seen today by Dr. Barkley, who she said had very kind hands. And Dr. Barkley, she told him that she is perfectly at peace with things and that her only worry is that her children are going to be sad. So our goal is to figure out how to just take those moments so that we can just stay in them as long as we have them. And so, anyways, I'll report back to you guys with the next bit when I can. We'll see if this works. So signing out from um, acute medicine on the 5th floor of the Victoria General Hospital. I'll report back later.